Gold and Blue Dude here with you, and today I want to talk about a potential upset for Clemson, even though I'm sure they have this game circled. Who am I talking about? Notre Dame, as I like to call them. I got my notes. Time to take off the glasses. Let's get this party started. So, first we got to start out with Brian Kelly. People do not realize he has a staggering 33-6 record in the past 3 years at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is really freaking good, but expectations are even higher. Quarterback Ian Brook will start for the Irish. In 2019, he had 240 completions on 399 attempts. That's 60.2% completion rating. He threw for 3,034 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. That's some pretty good numbers. He got really hot last year in the last 6 games of the season. Now his top 3 receivers are gone, but the O-line is back, including Tommy Kramer, Liam Eichenberg, Robert Hainsey, and Aaron Banks. Even though Book lost his 3 leading receivers, there's still plenty of talent at wide receiver. They have Kevin Alton. He had limited time last year. They have Braden Lindsey. He had 11 receptions for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he can take it to the house on any catch. They also have Lawrence Keys III, who in 2019 had 13 receptions for 134 yards in limited action as well. But all 3 of those guys are very, very talented and have very good hands. The Irish also have tight end Tommy Trimble, who they like to throw the ball to. In 2019, he had 16 receptions for 183 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he averaged 11.4 yards per reception. That is very good for a tight end. So, Brian Kelly brought in new offensive coordinator Tommy Rees. He's a former Irish quarterback. So, I think the Irish should be fine on the offensive side, but I do expect a little bit of growing pains, but I think they will end up being a pretty good squad on the offensive side of the ball. Now let's talk about Notre Dame's defense. Defensive coordinator Clark Lee. He is excellent. He's excellent at what he does. He had 2 straight top 15 scoring defenses. And you're lying to yourself if you don't think he's going to not do it again, because he is going to do it again. Defensive end Aid Ogundiji, I think that's how you say it. He's an excellent pass rusher. In 2019, he had 17 tackles by himself, 34 altogether, 4.5 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. The Irish also have 2 great linebackers coming back. Drew White in 2019, he had 48 tackles by himself, 80 altogether, and 2 sacks. The other linebacker that is tremendous is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He was even better than White. Last year he had 52 tackles by himself, 79 altogether, 8.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Wow. The Irish are going to be great on defense because of their dominating linebackers. Yes, dominating. Now the Irish did lose Gillum and Elliott in the secondary, but they still have the talented Kyle Hamilton at safety coming back. Last year he had 27 tackles by himself, 41 altogether, 4 interceptions, and 6 pass deflections. So this defense likes to take the ball away, and I think it's the defense that could give Trevor Lawrence the biggest problem he'll have to deal with all season, because they do like to take the ball away. and you add in the fact that defensive coordinator Clark Lee specializes in getting his guys to take the ball away, you better believe they will definitely be doing that this year. Combine that with an above average offense, and it's going to be in South Bend, you have yourself a legitimate threat for an upset over Clemson. But like I said, I'm pretty sure Clemson probably has this game circled, so it's not going to come by surprise. But keep an eye out for this game. It could be one of the games of the year. So I'm not going to do a heaven and hell scenario. I'm just going to run through Notre Dame's schedule and tell you what I think. So they have at Navy to start the year. Might be tricky. I think it's a win. Arkansas at home, win. At Wake Forest, win. At Wisconsin, not a definite win, but I'll give them a half there. Stanford at home, win. At Pitt, win. Duke at home, win. Then you have Clemson at home. I'm going to give you a half there as well. At Georgia Tech, win. Louisville at home, tough, but win. And then at Southern Cal, I think you win there. So either a 10-2, maybe 11-1. What does Golden Blue do think? Well, I think Notre Dame will have a great defense that will turn people over consistently. The offense will consistently have good field position to start. And though it's young, Notre Dame's offense is talented enough to pull out, like I said, a 10-win season. Maybe even better. The question is, will the Irish be good enough to make the playoffs? And guess what? November 7th will give us the answer. I'm not predicting that game yet. That's why I gave it a half. But stay tuned for a video for that specific game. That's all I got for you today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.